y'all, welcome back to today's video. So excuse my voice or any sniffling or sneezing you might hear. The pollen count is super high right now, so I am a little stuffy and sometimes my voice goes in and out. It just kind of depends on where I'm at, which I'm actually outside now, as you can tell. So I just posted a video recently of an update, but today in this video we're going to go through two things. So the first thing you can't see yet, and the second thing is a new shed tour, because we changed everything in our shed and it's pretty awesome, so I'm really excited for y'all to see that. Okay, so now it's time for our shed tour. So this did not change. This is still the same, so that's nice. The next thing is we put all of our tools up here. We moved some of them to the back. Can someone tell me in the comments why there's this little rubber thing that sticks up right there? Like, what is that for? Does it have a purpose? My straw didn't move. We got this trash can for $14. It was originally like $30. So that's nice that we got it on sale. And then we moved our feed bins. That's lamb, that's chicken. Moved my hay over here and put it on this pallet so it's off the ground, so we don't have to worry about it. And then moved the wheelbarrow here. This is an extra feed bag. And then that didn't change at all. And then all of this is open now. So we moved all of the other pallets back here to keep them out of the way. And then these have been back here for a while. And then we put all of our loose things there. So, yeah, that's our shed tour. So now for the next part of this video. That was a really quick part. I just wanted to show y'all the new shed look. So, the next thing is actually outside. Well, we have to do it outside, but I'm super excited for this. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and move whatever it is out here, and I'll explain. Okay, so I moved it out here, and I'm super excited. So I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all and see if you can guess. So this is what it looks like. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the lid. Maybe you'll get a better hint about what it is. So this is the lid. I'll put it up against the shed so you can see. So y'all, it is happening. We're getting chicks and I'm so excited. So we are getting 6. Okay, two are Australorps and they are 2 weeks old and they're hens. So they'll be under a heat lamp for a little while. And then the other 4 are hatching tomorrow and we're getting them, which is Monday, and then we're getting them on Tuesday, the very next day that they've hatched. We don't know what breed or what gender they are, so that will be fun to find out. So today I'm just going to be spraying out everything and getting everything ready, because as you can see, well, you can't really tell, but it's pretty dirty on the inside of here. So I have to spray it all out. So that's why I moved it outside. And then in this bag is our receipt, but we have our splatter resistant heat lamp and our bowl. So I am excited to do this thing. So yeah, let's go ahead and get spraying. So actually first I'm going to go ahead and move everything over here. So we have to go get feed, because you can't feed them a straight chicken laying feed first. You have to feed them medicated chick feed. So that's what we will be using. But we are out because we haven't had chicks in over a year. So we're gonna get some of those. Okay, and I will explain what's gonna happen when they grow up. So the 2 Australorps that we're getting that are 2 weeks old, they will be in the I think they will be upstairs with me while they're growing up, and then we'll put them, I'll show you where we're gonna put them, but the hose is on, so I gotta hurry. We will put them in here because by the time that they're grown up enough, the sheep will be gone. So, that's sad to think, but it's just the truth, you know. It is what it is. I'm not too upset that the sheep are gonna be gone, but I'm also not super happy. So I'm just flipping their thing and getting all the poop out so I can fill it up for them because they are thirsty. So I have actually been wanting to tell y'all for a while. We just found out on Friday. That's when we found out. Oh, I gotta fill up this thing. So we found out on Friday that we were getting chickens. And it's Sunday, so I've been wanting to tell y'all for a while. I haven't been able to because nobody knows. Did you see her just splash water on him? Hey! Okay, my foot is all tangled up in the hose. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to spray off the thing and not get anything else wet because I have a tendency of doing that. So I'm just going to spray it off real nice. And then we're going to walk over here. It's going to look so different. I'm so excited. Okay, so I finished spraying it out. I got a little wet, but that's okay. It's not too terribly bad. Got a little bit of that wet, but that's okay. So next we're gonna wash off that. We're gonna wash this off and that off. And we're going to wash the lid off because it is pretty nasty too. So the first thing that we're gonna do is bring this around and you can see the coloration difference. So much dirt is coming off. All of that's coming off. This is gonna look like a completely different tote with all of this. Oh, there's a pretty butterfly with everything off of it. So technically, usually, actually, I think I'm gonna go get a scrub thing and a sponge, that's what those are called, and sponge this and the tote because it's pretty nasty. Maybe if I get the hose attachment, put the hose attachment on, it'll be a little better. So yeah, let's go get the hose attachment real quick. That way we can spray everything out, get it all taken care of, so that way I don't have to use a good kitchen sponge, because some people don't use sponges, but I use sponges to clean things. So I was hoping it'd be right where I left it, and it is. So that's good that it is. And I technically should turn off the water to do this, but it's all right. I'm pretty hot anyway. It's really hot here. It was freezing earlier, but now it is burning up. So some of the water will feel good. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and put this on. So the sprayer wouldn't go on the hose, so I am just going to have to use what I got, which is okay. It's just, it's really hot today, and I am already sweating and ready to be done. So it will all come off. It just needs a squirter taken to it, and it doesn't have one. So it'll just have to be dirty, except I am gonna clean up the rest of this here because that is gonna bother me if I don't. Here, we'll keep a good water supply running on it and then rub this off. There we go. There we go. nice and clean. Move our water. You always really want to have all your stuff clean for your chickies because they're coming at such a young age that something could happen and you don't want anything to ever happen. So you try to keep everything nice and clean. Everything turns out a lot better. So that's why I'm taking the time to clean all of this off. It is going to take kind of a long time, but it's okay. The sides come off pretty easy because the water just keeps flowing down in this direction, so it just gives me the chance to clean everything off. You can see everything coming clean in the video. I didn't check to see if y'all could see because I'm not really worried about y'all seeing. I mean, I am, but I'm not at the same time. Okay, so I got most of that off. And then we're gonna do this side. So I'm gonna let this sunbathe over right here. And then once it's done drying, we'll spray the other side. But now, I'm gonna set the tote up and spray out the hose. I actually have a little part of the hose is kinking. So I have to unkink it over here because it's gonna bust my hose open. Okay, there we go. Now it's filling up a lot faster. I wasn't really wanting it to fill up, but you can see the water pressure's a lot higher. No. So that's actually, this is one of the many different types of totes that I've used for my animals. I used it for Clementine when I got her. So I've used them for a lot of different things. So this is going to be the same way with the lid. I'm just going to get enough in there to cover everything up. Toss it out and clean up the sides. Sheep are not happy. Okay, now I'm going to switch this around and get all of this in here that I missed and get all around the edges. So it doesn't matter what the outside looks like because nobody's gonna really care. They just care about what's on the inside, and what's on the inside is cute and adorable, so nobody really cares about what is on there. So now we're just gonna dump the rest of that, and we're gonna take this over here, plop it in the sun, get all that extra water out, and we're gonna let it sun dry because that's the best type of drying, and it doesn't take up nearly as much towels or anything like that. So all of this is gonna air dry, thank goodness. So basically I'm just drowning all of the bad stuff out. Some bugs got in there, so just trying to spray it all out. Actually, I need to take the lid off of that, so I'm gonna wash off my hands first. There we go. These get pretty nasty anyway, but this is still nice to do. Here, what we'll do is we'll sit down, put it between our boots, screw it on off, and then we'll hop back up so our butt doesn't get too wet. We'll spray it flip, flip. We'll do the same thing. And we'll wash it all out. We want it to be flush with the ground so it gets all that bad stuff out. You take it all the way to the back. You can kind of see it. And then that little black dot, you take it all the way to the back. And it pressure washes everything out. And you don't have to have a pressure washer. You just overfill it and it all comes piling on out. So that is all I'm gonna do to wash stuff. And now I'm just gonna set stuff up to dry. And it will be dry in no time because the lid is already dry. The lid that I had set out not 5 minutes ago. Everything is gonna take a little bit longer to dry, like the actual tote itself, because it's bigger. So that's no problem, but it's already pretty dry. So now I'm gonna go turn off my water. So that way everything's good. So now my hose is off. I'm waiting for I'm gonna come in the shade. I'm waiting for the tote to dry so I can put these shavings in. So this is all it is. So definitely try to make sure that it's dust free, because if it's not, then it's not that great for them. Expands to three times its size, absorbs twice its weight, and it's naturally odor plus moisture absorbent. We have similar shavings, but the thing with these is these are large flakes, so that won't work. So we have to get some more small, regular sized flakes, because we use the large ones for the chickens' nest, their egg nesting area. So all this is drying pretty quick. So there's just some excess water, so I'm gonna flip it over like that. So normally I wouldn't leave the bottom that nasty, but it's gonna be flipped back over anyway. So once I'm gonna bring it inside, I actually might go in our mudroom to fill it up and get everything ready, because it is so hot out here, and my allergies are spiking up really badly right now, and I don't want that to happen, because then I sound horrible. I'm sure I already do, but you know, it's okay. So I'm just letting the bottom of it be dirty for right now, and then I'll spray it off before it goes into our sunroom, because that's where we eat dinner. But the chicks will be in there because it's cool in there. It's too hot for them to be out here. So I'm gonna flip all of this upside down, let it all dry out, because it will dry out quicker. Okay, so the breeze feels so nice, but I will get back to you guys when everything is dry. So everything is dry now. Well, not everything, but the inside of the tote is dry now. So I'm gonna go ahead and add our savings. So gonna do it right here. So this is gonna sound really lazy, so I can sit down on this little place right here, because I've been standing up for a while. So I'm going to situate my legs. So this is actually a good, this is actually not a good amount, because there's still parts of the bottom of the tote showing, and I like to cover it all up. So there should be about an inch, and there's about half an inch, which that's okay. Like, It doesn't matter that much, but it kind of does. But it's okay. So everything is all soft and laid out. So I'm just trying to get it all straight. And taken care of. So that way when we get the chicks, we don't have to worry about setting up their area. Because they're going to be ready to explore and everything like that. So the Australorps will be able to be playing outside with me and stuff like that. The other ones will not until they're probably a week or 2 weeks old. So yeah, okay, so I got everything in there. So now I'm going to get this inside the shed and then throw this away. But first, I have to get up. So we've already filled up our trash can quite a bit, which actually I'm gonna keep the lid off because I'm gonna need it off. I'm gonna be using the trash can. So I'm gonna take this and set it right there. And then we're going to go through this bag and get everything ready. Set up our feet again. Okay, there we go. So this is the heat lamp we bought. This heat lamp, I don't think we've ever gotten this brand before, but this is the only brand that they had. So it was nice to try this out and see how it works out. So we made sure that it was splatter resistant because they do splash a bunch of stuff up in there. Make sure it is a heat lamp. That just says the same thing. So it is a it will not last 4 years because it's supposed to only be on for 3 hours a day, but we will keep it on all day and all night, so it will not last nearly as long. It'll probably be out in like 2 years or less. So we'll get that out in a second and see how it looks in a minute, but we're gonna get this out and put it right there. And so I'm trying not to get this dirty at all, so I'm going to pick it up and okay, so I don't really want it touching the ground, so that's why I put it on my lap. But I'm gonna go ahead and open it up. So it has a little dent in it, but that's all right. We can get that all straightened out. It doesn't affect it at all. So the one that we have for our big chickens is actually broken. Like this part of it is broken. This came undone a little while ago, but it still works. You can also hang it up if you would like, but we're not going to hang it up. It will be propped up on whatever is available. So that's what it looks like without a bulb. And it is not plugged in, so it's completely harmless to me. So we're gonna go ahead and place our bulb in and make sure everything works. So our bulb is pretty big. Didn't realize it was that big. That's how big my hand is. It's a pretty large bulb, but it is regular size. I'm used to my lizard at my dad's. I'm used to his type of bulb. which is a lot smaller than this one. So this is what it looks like in there. It kind of looks weird, but there it is. So now I'm going to take this out. This is a brooder and heat lamp. It's for indoor use, which they will be indoors, so that's good. So we're gonna go ahead and make sure this works because I don't want to get it and it be faulty. Alrighty. It gets pretty hot, so I'm not gonna touch it, but it works. So I can already feel a strong heat coming off of it. So I'm just making sure that it works, making sure it's not hot on the edge so it doesn't burn our plastic. I'm gonna let it cool off a little bit before I put it in there, just because I don't want it to burn the tote up, because that is hard to do again. So I'm going to put all of that back in the heat box, the heat lamp box, and throw this away. So that was a good compressor of trash. And now I'm gonna go ahead and get the other things that are in here that are outside. So I'm gonna get the water first. So it's got a little bit of dirt on it, but that's okay. So we're just gonna, this is gonna be filled with chicks in just a few days. I'm so excited. So I put those in there like that. And then we're going to grab the food, which this is pretty self-explanatory, but I struggled with it quite a bit. And I'm gonna put all of the bottoms and tops on things once I get everything inside. So that way I can shut the door and the sheep will leave me alone. There's our rooster. So this is actually pretty hot. So I'm gonna let it cool down in the straw. Okay, so I'm actually going to throw this away. And close this up like that. And that's pulled down. But I'm gonna go ahead and put the lids on these. Okay, so for these items, this one, there's got a little leaf on the bottom, but this one took me a while to figure it out. But it goes like this, and then this is for feed. So there will be little lips right there. That's a lip. I don't know how well you can see it. So that little, it's so hard to show you, but right there is a lip. You can kind of see it. There you go. And then the bottom clips. It's got pieces of the sides missing right there. And so those clip onto, those clip into the little slots, and then you slide the bottom so it won't come off until you hear a click. So that's all ready to go. So we're gonna put this in the other corner. And then the water is basically the same thing, except it screws in instead. So just like that. And then we're gonna go ahead and put our heat lamp in there. And then I'm going to get y'all and put you there. And I got the lid on. So that's what everything looks like now. It's all nice and taken care of. So in 2 days we will get the chicks. Hopefully tomorrow we will get feed. And then I wouldn't mind re-zip tying some of these. up there, but none of our chicks have gotten out of this before, so it shouldn't be a problem. Plus they're gonna be tiny, so it doesn't really matter. So the sheep are having a fix. I think they're getting fed. But this is a wrap for today, but this video will continue when we get the chick feed and then when we get the chicks in 2 days. So yeah, I'll see you probably tomorrow.